Hi, this is Dr. Tracy Peng, Integrative and Holistic Depth Psychiatrist in the San Francisco Bay Area since 2000. Let's talk today about intergenerational trauma. So this is a kind of trauma that was really described by Bert Hellinger in family constellations work. And there's a good book by Mark Wolin called Didn't Start With You that basically talks about trauma that occurred in generations above you, usually, and that manifests in symptoms or, usually distress somehow. And I guess I'll just use myself as an example. My lineage, not necessarily my symptoms, but my maternal grandfather was a World War II vet in the Navy and was bombed by the Japanese. And then my mother, she wasn't even conceived at that time, but she was impacted by that trauma, where she ended up majoring in Japanese in college and then looking for an Asian man to marry. And so there was an identification with trauma in the generation above her that caused a lot of mental health symptoms for her. And so things like that can happen, like if you were in a family that was impacted by the Holocaust, that lost family members in the Holocaust, there may be certain symptoms. Or if you had, were impacted by war, you or your family members above you, there may be a scarcity consciousness or a sort of packed in trauma response in family members that have been impacted by war in the generations above, or abuse situations. It's all domination, so whether it's collective or individual. So just being aware that your symptoms may have to do with more than you. It may have to do with your family lineage, and so clearing that through it could be a family constellations workshop, it could be a very skilled energy healer, or even some therapists who have awareness on that level can be useful. Okay, all right, talk to you later.